Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I'm kind of shocked. I just found out that Laird has basically ended Spit and Polish. Now, for those who don't know, Spit and Polish was the weekly lever night, which was one of the few ongoing lever-only like events. And well, there were a few clubs who actually had maintained something like that for generations. Basically, it's been on for decades, and they've basically ended it now. They've basically ended because what it was there was one section of the bar, the back bar, that would be have a dress code, so you could only enter if you're in full leather. Whereas the front bar and the smoking area anyone can go to, but that was one area that was designated just for that level of fetish. They've ended that now, so anyone can walk in. So, and they've also recently allowed, because the bar used to be male only, now women can go, so long as they identify as men, they can go. So there's basically anything goes at the Laird now. It used to be a male space, and they used to have a leather dress code on at least one night. So now anyone can go and check out the freak show. Anyone can basically go who has no commitment to leather, no commitment to fetish, and just be a vanilla person. Go in, check out all the guys who are into kink and all that, judge them, look at them like zoo specimens, and then go back to Pran or the other side of the city where they live, and then talk about what they saw, as opposed to actually having to be a part of that scene to be a part of that scene. So I'm just really just shocked. Did they sell the Laird to someone else as it new management, or what? Because they may as well just give up everything they've achieved. I mean, what is this? I don't understand. Now, I am not a huge leather man, I mean, I've done the scene, but I did go to Spit and Polish for a couple of years pretty regularly. Now, I have complained about some toxic masculinity, some racism and some misogyny in that scene, which is true, but ending it is not the answer. Yeah, they had to deal with a few people, I'm sure, and a few situations, but just getting rid of it and giving up on it and just basically saying anything goes, anyone can come in, any drag queen, any female, any vanilla person can come in and stare at the guys in their leather and treat them like freaks, like they're at the circus, which is what happens whenever you have vanilla people go into a kink environment and they're not familiar with how it runs. And the whole point of that space was that the only people in there were a part of that community and knew how to treat the people in that community. And that's just gone now. So I'm just really shocked. Because that was one of the few things I was looking forward to going back to when You Know What ended, was, well, I can always go to Spit and Polish on Thursday night at Laird and be with that community and those people and try and work on connections in that community. Well, that's gone now. There's nowhere to go. There is nowhere for that scene to go now. And the argument is, now it's all inclusive. We get more people of all different kinds of, kinks. I'm like, oh, yeah, right, Dean. Okay, whatever. I'm just really annoyed. It's like that nothing is sacred, nothing is preserved. There's no legacy, no nothing anymore. I mean, it was bad enough that Club 80 died very early in the you-know-what because they had a long-term lease, but as soon as money became an issue, the bankers jumped and took it. And that was an institution, and that's gone. And now the Laird was an institution, and that's gone too now. Because once they remove their male only, and once they remove their dress codes, they're just like any other bar. And do I have a problem with women, or do I have a problem with trans people, or do I have a problem with vanilla people? No, but they have every other bar in Melbourne. This is the one bar that was exclusive to men and fetish, and that's gone. We have no space now. So how is diversity removing everything? It's just so maddening. It just really is. And it's like, well, I may as well just throw all my gear away. There's no point now. Because, oh God, I remember it took me years to get into that room because I didn't have enough gear to get in. And I had to work out what the scene was before I went in there and dealt with the people in that scene. And now anyone can just walk in and just check out the freaks and, go back to the other side of the city and report who's into what and who did what, and go into the dark room and, see who's doing what. And that's what the scene is like. It's very toxic. And keeping some groups separate was a good thing. Just throwing them all together now, I didn't even talk about the trans thing because I sort of thought, I know some people do have transitioned and are men. So allowing them in, well, that's fair. But the people who haven't transitioned, who just say, oh, I identify as a man, and they're totally a woman, and they're just there because they have an issue with men, because they're misandry or whatever that the name is. What is it when you hate men? But there are those people out there who will show up just to provoke and just to be a hassle. And there's nothing stopping them. Now, they may not have got the message yet, but they'll be there soon. I've seen them at some of the Labour parties that didn't have strict dress codes, so, and weren't male only, so yeah. I just think it's really sad this space is gone. And just like every other, the Laird is just like every other bar now. Yeah, so you guys just killed your legacy. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks, and bye.